Alan here. And martial arts is not just about kicking and punching and locking people up with joint locks and throwing them. I believe in studying the philosophy and cultures of the countries they're from. And so one of the things I want to do, instead of just sharing techniques and such, I want to start sharing some culture, philosophy, and some stories. And a great book to get some stories out of is The Storyteller, The Wisdom and Legend of Lore by Dennis Dallas and Mike Chayet. Dennis Dallas is one of my instructors years ago. And I still keep in touch with him, but not as much as I'd like to sometimes. But this book is full of stories that I want to share with you and get you thinking about things with your martial art journey beyond just punching, kicking, joint locking, throwing, and so forth. Okay? So the first story I'd like to tell today, the Fishstone. Long, long ago in a land far, far away, there was a farm. Today, the land is called Japan. The fields of this farm were meticulously kept. All manner of rock and debris were cleared from the fields and placed in long fences and gates around the farm. One day, a merchant from China was walking along the road that ran along the side of this farm. He marveled at its appearance and paid particular attention to the stone fence. When he got to the gate, he noticed the farmer standing there. While he complimented the farmer on the care he had shown his fields, the merchant looked at the stones in the gate. Suddenly, the merchant's eyes opened wide and he inhaled sharply. "I have found it at last," said the merchant. "Oh," said the farmer, "what is that?" "The stone in your gate. I have searched my life for such stone. May I buy it?" Not knowing stones of value, the farmer asked if he might take the stone into town and ask the advice of the blacksmith as to its worth. The blacksmith deals with all manner of metal in his work and would know better than I a fair price to receive, said the farmer. "I shall return tomorrow," said the merchant. That evening, the farmer journeyed into town to visit with the blacksmith. He showed the blacksmith the stone and explained his situation. "What should I charge?" asked the farmer. The blacksmith said, "I don't recognize the stone as being a precious stone, nor does it appear to contain any precious metal. In fact, on the outside, it appears quite ordinary. Perhaps if I chip off a piece, something under the surface will reveal its value." "Go ahead," said the farmer. The blacksmith took out his hammer and chiseled and chipped a piece from the surface of the stone. The stone beneath the surface was of the same type as the surface. "Nothing new here," noted the blacksmith. "Perhaps it is like an agate. The true measure of its value may be in the center of the stone. Should I check the center?" "Go ahead," said the farmer. Taking hammer and chisel in hand, once again the blacksmith divided the stone. When the two halves separated, 2 tiny fish and some water fell to the ground. "I hope that wasn't important," said the farmer. Placing the 2 stones back together, the farmer returned home. The next day, the farmer related his exploits with the blacksmith to the merchant. Is it worth anything now, as it is?" asked the farmer. "Perhaps it will be worth something to you as a reminder what impatience and greed brings you. As it is now, I have no use for the stone. It would only remind me of a great opportunity lost. Had you returned the stone intact, I would have given all the material wealth I had," replied the merchant. "Why was the stone so valuable?" asked the farmer. The merchant explained. "This stone was the legendary Fishstone. As legend has it, if a fish stone is polished until the layer of stone between the water and the air became so thin that one can clearly see the fish swimming inside it, then health and happiness will belong to the stone's owner for the rest of his life. Broken, the stone can only teach us a hard lesson." With that, the merchant departed. The farmer placed the stone upon his mantle so that he would not forget his lesson. There's a couple lessons you could probably get from this, and I want you to think about the story and determine what lessons you glean from it. One, obviously, the opportunities lost and missed. But, I also like to think all of us are fish stones. Every person out there, you're a fish stone. And there's something magical inside. There's greatness inside. But sometimes we have to polish off that rough exterior. We have to polish down. And that polishing comes through training, through education, through our appearance and our actions. And as we polish ourselves, we become better. And as we become better, we'll have that long, healthy, happy, successful life.